Oh, hello. Hi, and welcome to...
You again.
Hello, and welcome to Reviews from the Crawl Space. I'm Tommy Wiseau.
No, you're not. You're Douglas Wiseass.
Reviews from the Crawl Space, episode, what, 7?
This is 7.
Holy shit, okay.
We never thought we'd make it this far.
No. Well, like, we're just talking about, there's some, some questionable one, really questionable, this one's not so bad, but there's going to be some bad ones coming.
Some slim pickings coming up.
Slim pickings. We have to get through some crap before we get to the real good stuff.
And we discussed whether or not we would break our rules and start pulling out and customizing the weekly reviews.
No, it's not customizing so much, and I put this out there, and I don't know if anybody's going to respond, but should we have two or three of the same artist in the same show? Or
I say yes.
Should we put it out so there's at least 1 or 3 different albums every time? So if there's 2, let's say, Nat King Cole albums, that we'd have one week and then one at the beginning of the next week.
I say we do them both in a week and pit them against each other.
Okay, so other than being duplicates, just...
It'll be fight to the death with Nat King Cole.
Okay, let's just take that. Okay, all right.
Okay.
I'm Douglas.
I'm Vicky.
And you guys probably know the drill at this stage. Check out YouTube channel for all the, stuff.
The rules and regulations.
The things there. Okay.
Why we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was a journey through our collection and stuff like that. All right.
It's a magic carpet ride.
Oh, it is. Okay, so here's this week's 3 albums.
Okay, this week's 3 albums are Pat Benatar, Precious Time, The Parachute Club, At the Feet of the Moon, The Blues Brothers, Briefcase Full of Blues.
There we go. I honestly, it should be just a briefcase full of cocaine, but...
So,
Pat.
the very first one,
up.
Pat Benatar, Precious Time.
Yeah.
Pat Benatar is an American singer, actress, and 4-time Grammy winner. Her singles were heavily played in the early days of MTV. And if you want to know more about Pat Benatar, the wiki is very interesting. Precious Time is the 3rd album that she recorded. She recorded it in 1981, and it peaked at number 1. Side 1, Promises in the Dark, Fire and Ice, Just Like Me, which is a cover of a Paul Revere and the Raiders song. Precious Time. Side 2 is It's a Tough Life, Take It Any Way You Want, Evil Genius, Hard to Believe, and Helter Skelter, which is a Beatles cover. So 2 covers on this album.
Which one do you think, out of those songs, which one is the big single there?
I have to say, I know all of these songs well because I have this album. I listened to it a lot. Yeah. I saw her in concert. Mm-hmm. So they're all very familiar to me.
But what would be the one? Because I'm familiar with Pat Benatar, but at the same time, none of those, other than the covers, they don't stick out or pop out.
I would say Promises in the Dark was a pretty good big hit for her.
Yeah, you know what? I think that one was the one I recognized.
And Fire and Ice as well. I'm pretty sure that's another one that got a lot of radio play. But yeah, I'm a kid of the MTV era, so I watched a lot of MTV because I love music so much. And
the early MTV era.
The early MTV, like when it first started.
Yeah.
And like I said, I owned this album. I played it a lot. I've seen her in concert. I love her to the moon and back. So I can't say a bad thing about this album at all.
You can't, like a Pat Benatar. Like for me, this is probably, you said it was number 1, but for me, this is, I don't know if this is I'd have to go through her collection, her discog, and take a look. But to me, this isn't one that I would necessarily seek out of hers. Mm-hmm. I think there's better, a little harder album, like
and very possibly
rock albums.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily say this is bad or anything like that.
Well, she won 4 Grammys, so she's got a bunch of good stuff out there.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, she's definitely got some great songs, but it's one of those times where I think it's contradictory because it was a number 1 album. But to me, like I said, it's not her best. I don't know which one would be, but I know that I know more of her songs than there are on this album.
Yeah, definitely.
It's good. It's rock song. There's some good licks on there, and unfortunately, in typical '80s bullshit style, there's a fucking reggae song on there.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my god.
It had a very, It's a Tough Life. It's
Stupid 80s.
the first song on side 2, and it had a very 10cc sound to it.
Yeah, it definitely said, yeah. It definitely had
As soon as we started listening to the album,
you're like,
I'm like, that sounds like 10cc.
Yep, it definitely has that.
Which was another one of my
Tread Like
favorite
Holiday
bands.
thing,
Yeah. I wasn't really a fan of her cover of Helter Skelter. I like the Beatle version better.
Yeah, what are we gonna do with that, right? I mean, it's it's been done in the past already.
And maybe even the cover of the Paul Revere and the Raiders song, Just Like Me.
Not a fan of her covers.
Yeah, I would rather she stick to the stuff that
she
either
writes.
she wrote or was written for her specifically.
Yeah. Producer.
So the producers are Keith Olsen and Neil Giraldo. Keith Olsen was a producer on albums for Fleetwood Mac, Heart, Santana, Foreigner, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, just to name a few. Neil Giraldo actually turns out he played guitar for her band, and he's credited with composing and producing much of the work that Benatar did throughout her career. And they actually got married in 1982. So this stuff is more personally geared towards her and her voice and.
Yeah, it's the music's kind of built for her.
Yeah.
It's not just everybody throwing stuff at her and seeing what she
Yeah,
does with it.
exactly.
Artwork. I'm getting bored of these covers.
Yeah, these are just basically covers front and back of Pat Benatar,
Just
colorized.
there's nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, it just says
overly creative about them.
Pat Benatar, and then it's her. So I mean, it gets across, but it's boring. Like there's nothing interesting about it.
Now we have a plain white cover, but I read in the Discogs breakdown that the cover should be printed with lyrics and photos.
Okay, so yeah.
So what do you say for the vinyl? Very good.
Oh yeah, mint. Yeah,
Mint.
The mint vinyl. Yeah, those paper sleeves aren't so bad.
And the cover, I would say, is good. Good to very good.
Very good. Yeah, this one's in pretty good condition. Like it's not banged up too badly or anything, and it's not stained or anything. So
cost. The lowest is $1. Mid-range is $4.40, and the highest dollar amount for it is $9.35.
ratings.
I will say collection. It's something that I wouldn't want to get rid of. I'd like to keep it, and I would spin it again. Should I be in the mood for Pat Benatar? If we're looking for something to listen to.
Yeah, and for me, it's crawl space. There's not enough on that album for me to want to dig it out all the time or from time to time. But I wouldn't want to throw it away or anything.
Fair enough. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not one of those ones you want to
No.
light on fire.
It's not horrible or nothing. Okay, that's it. Pat Benatar down.
So number 2, the Parachute Club at the Feet of the Moon.
Okay, give us a rundown.
So it's a Canadian band formed in Toronto in 1982. It's kind of a compilation of a bunch of up-and-comers in the music industry. The band wrote much of their own material, and they only made 3 albums and played their final gig in 1988. This album was their second, and it was recorded in 1984.
Yep.
One of the people, however, in the band went on to have a more prevalent career.
Which one is that?
Lorraine Segato.
El Segato, yeah.
Yeah. She actually went on and did a bunch of solo stuff. So side A, At the Feet of the Moon, Sexual Intelligence, Innuendo, or Equally. Side B is Middle Child, Act of the Innocent, Freedom Song, Walls and Laws.
Were these musicians and their lyrics about being gay?
No, I don't believe so, but I believe that this band is one that's kind of, it's a similar setup to like the boy bands, where they just gathered all of these musicians that were popular at one time, and they all just got together, wrote their own material, and
Pumped out a couple
and then they ended up breaking up.
Okay. Yeah, and I wasn't sure because like just some of the song titles seem like they're kind of going for that kind of.
Yeah, and it could be that the people, like each individual band member, kind of they collaborated on songs or they wrote them together, and maybe the ones that were a little more subject matter prevalent. Maybe that was something that the person who wrote it, it was their cause of the day kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, because just like I said from the song title. So which one on here was the hit? Because there was
At the Feet of the Moon.
At the Feet of the Moon was the actual. Yeah, because I did recognize that song.
Yeah.
So, and I do know the name Parachute Club. So yeah, but
didn't they do a song called Rise Up, or something like that?
that's what I thought. Yeah. And to me, I know that song a hell of a lot more. Most people probably know that song.
Yeah.
Especially if you're Canadian.
Yeah.
That has been pounded into your head probably. So.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And they use it in a pizza commercial, for God's sakes.
So I see that you have a little note there saying 80s soundtrack music, and a lot of it is like it's really kind of generic 80s. If you were to comedy or whatever, it would be in the background, and you'd be like, yeah, that's an 80s soundtrack.
Yeah.
There's nothing unique that stands out. It's just kind of generic 80s stuff again.
There was a song on there on side A called Innuendo, which I wrote a little note saying I like this song, but I didn't write down why or what it was about it that I liked.
Well, that's the issue too with waiting a week or 2 weeks to do this stuff.
It's not fresh in your mind anymore.
So, is there any other songs on there that stood out for you? No. Yeah. It's like I said, it's a problem with this 80s stuff is that it really it's easy to lump into just one spot because it all sounds the same. They all have their reggae. They all have their. It's just their synth and.
So the producer was a fellow by the name of Michael Beinhorn, who has also produced the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Hole, the Violent Femmes, Soundgarden, and Marilyn Manson.
Holy shit!
And he got better as his career went on.
Clearly got better as it went on. You step up from Parachute Club, it'd be a pretty easy step. Album cover.
The album art.
I actually like this one.
Yeah, it's a pretty.
Just the front.
Cool...
The back is just them as being like, oh, look at us, we're a bunch of jerks. But I actually really like that cover quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's a creative cover.
Yeah, it's very cool.
The little ginger upside down in the water. It's kind of cool. It's kind of, the illusion. He's down in the water and then the goldfish are swimming. I actually like that one.
Yeah, it's
a solid cover.
Has nothing to do with the album name whatsoever, but
no, but you know what though? I don't mind.
Something different.
It's something different. It's not just them. There's actually somebody put some time into it. And it's kind of trippy and no, I dig that one. I like the color scheme too. It's got the blues and the orange there, the blacks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. This cover I actually give them credit for.
Yeah, exactly. The cover is the best thing about the album.
That's true. That's what's that.
And the back cover is just a photo of the band.
Yeah, it's just them. Like, look at us. We're standing in probably Lake Ontario.
The inside sleeve has lyrics on one side. And thanks and general info on the other side. Information about the band and whatnot. Growing up, that's one thing that I loved about albums was having the lyrics.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm a visual person and
you
can hear them, but until you can sing along and read the lyrics at the same time.
That's how you learn the song.
That's how you learn the songs.
And if not, then you're sitting there listening to it over and over and over and over, trying to figure it out and still getting it wrong. But no, I'm with you.
Then you get all this first cousin of Jesus stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of first cut, it's the deepest.
The bathroom's on the right.
There's the bathroom on the right. So I have the vinyl as being in mint condition.
Yeah, the vinyl's in great condition, yeah.
And the cover is very good plus.
Yeah, it's kind of
the inside sleeve, not so much.
But yeah, the vinyl and you're right, the case
is spewed on.
It just looks like it got stuck to the cardboard on the inside.
Somebody spilled something and then put it back in.
Sure.
All right, so the cost, the lowest is $2.50, the mid-range is $4.90, and the highest dollar value is $13.43.
Wow.
Sold!
Yeah, you definitely can come and take that for $13. We'll cut you a deal. You can give it to us 13 even, and you can have it.
Even 12, we'll take 12.
Yeah, you come right out. It's get your hands on that fresh Parachute Club.
So I've already got my thingy down. Usually I keep it to the end.
Yeah, you do.
But this one I disliked so much that it's dumpster for me.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's typical 80s stuff. So yeah, I'm with you, dumpster.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Another one for the art collection.
Parachute Club down.
Okay, the third and final album for this episode is the Blues Brothers' Briefcase Full of Blues.
There you go.
That's a tongue twister.
It
All
is.
Those B's in there. They're an American blues and soul revivalist band founded in 1978. by Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi. They were part of a Saturday Night Live skit. The band was composed of very well-known and respected musicians, and they've debuted on Saturday Night Live April 22nd of 1978. This album went to number 1 on the Billboard charts and went double platinum. It's among one of the highest-selling records of all time. Normally, I don't include a lot of that stuff.
Really?
But this was just so mind-blowing.
That is.
But having said that, I owned this album when it came out.
Well, there you go. I think everybody did, which is why it was one of the best-selling albums of all time. But it's a fucking SNL skit.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So what came first, the chicken or the egg? Was it an SNL skit first, or were they already performing?
SNL skit.
Wow.
As I said, part of a Saturday Night Live skit.
Yeah, I know, but...
So from that skit came the album and the movie. And, well, of course, the album and the movie probably came about the same time.
Yeah.
Because this is from their movie.
Yeah.
Well, Blues.
Well, this is a live show. This is a live show. This is not from the movie, but I see what you mean. Do you have an idea of when the movie? Does it say what year the movie came out?
No, I didn't do the research.
Okay,
on
this
that.
is 78, so I would imagine, like you said, around the same time.
Yeah.
Just to sell all that. So yeah, okay, so yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, it's weird to think of Dan Aykroyd and Belushi, like double platinum album from the 70s. Like I said,
They probably got a Grammy for it too.
yeah, or if they, yeah, it's amazing because like I said, briefcase full of cocaine because I mean, they're just so jacked up, and I mean, well, Belushi anyway, but yeah, it's just so weird to me that that became such a huge thing.
Yeah, and
then they made another movie.
Yeah, it would have been
Even
in the
after What's His
heyday of
Face is
Saturday
dead,
Night
yeah.
Live.
Yeah, well, the first
Yeah.
heyday, yeah.
Well, after John Belushi died, the stuff that I read said that they ended up going with a revolving singer with Dan Aykroyd.
Well, Dan Aykroyd,
and John
which is,
Goodman was one of the people that I remember.
Yeah, John Goodman. That's what I was gonna say. And John Goodman is the one they used in the movie. I'm pretty sure. And it's just like
I'm
by the
pretty sure
time
too,
they
yeah.
did Blues Brothers 2000, which I think came out in like 2000, they're just like these old fat men trying to run around and do that. Nobody. I don't think at that stage nobody cared. It's just like I know it exists. I've never seen it.
So songs. It's funny because they use the same song, I Can't Turn You Loose, as an opening for side A and a closing for side B. So the rest of the songs on side A are Hey Bartender, Messin' with the Kid, I Got Everything I Need, Almost, Rubber Biscuit, Shotgun Blues. Side B is Groove Me, I Don't Know, Soul Man, B Movie Boxcar Blues, Flip Flop Fly, and again, like I said, the closing, I Can't Turn You Loose.
So it's a cover band.
Yes. A couple of these songs I noticed were written by Otis Redding.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I mean. They're doing their blues thing, but it's just covers of other
with legitimate,
well-respected, with the real blues
musician.
artists. Yeah, with some of them who actually probably made the music to begin with. No, I'm not. I'm not going to say this is shit. Like, especially if you're into blues, you probably love this stuff, and some of those songs are good. I'm not shitting on the musicians at all. It's just having to listen to
No, it was just I was bringing it up.
No, for sure. And it's just listen to Dan Aykroyd and, sing his way through. It just gets tired. That part gets tiresome, but it's good music by amazing musicians.
But he's not a bad singer either.
No. He's just not, I mean, I don't know. It's just not great.
It was a Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, that's it, right? It's like you're listening to Dan Aykroyd saying he makes good vodka, but...
It would be interesting to know if this was one of the most successful movies / albums from any of the Saturday Night Live projects that have come out of that show over the years.
You know what? I would say even...
It's Pat.
Yeah. Everybody's clamoring for that It's Pat soundtrack. I would imagine that... I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say it is, especially adjusted for inflation and all that horseshit. I can't sit here and think of another one. Maybe Wayne's World, but none of that was... They weren't even performing that music. It was all just a compilation of other music.
Yeah, and did it have a soundtrack, Wayne's World?
I'm sure it did, yeah. I don't remember ever owning it, but...
I know that we've seen them do the
Queen,
Bohemian Rhapsody millions of times.
But that's my point, though, is that's the only one I can think of that comes close to, like, the Blues Brothers realm, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah, I actually owned this album when it came out, and I listened to it...
Little Dickie burnt that shit out.
I listened to it like hell, where the groove's down. The artwork is just covers of Jake and Elwood Blues. on the front.
Chicken Elwood, and on the
Or
back.
photos, sorry.
Yep.
And on the back is just a picture of the entire band.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's all black and white.
Paul Schaefer.
Oh, Paul Schaefer.
He looks like a penis.
Google. That's crazy.
He had no hair back then. He's in denial. Oops, I put this over here. I don't want to knock that over. But yeah, Paul Schaefer with his little bald head there.
And the artwork on the album was attributed to John Belushi's wife, Judy Jacqueline.
Just got the guys on the front again, but you know, for this kind of case, with there's them doing the cover and the Blues Brothers, yeah, it's
With their little soul patches.
the soul patches. It's
Oh yeah, they both have one.
yeah, it's
And their Ray-Ban sunglasses.
it's all right, but like I said, it gets boring when you have just the artist on the front standing there smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, it's...
But it's blues though, right? And that's, you know, dark. It's blues. You say with a cigarette. Whatever. It's boring. Condition of the album.
So the cover is worn. I would say it's fair. It's got the condom mark on it.
It's got the condom mark, but it's not banged up in the corners. I would say that's good, man. That's probably
Okay.
actually one of the better ones. Change something good. Yeah, that's good.
All right. And the vinyl, I would say fair condition too.
Yeah, fair. It
It's
had
got some scratches.
It had some scratches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. Pricing.
Low, $2.62. Medium, $3.99. High, $5.29.
I'd imagine you could probably wheel in anywhere and get this album. Even now, you could probably walk into any used record store and get one of the best-selling albums of all time.
Possibly.
Especially with those prices. Because, like, you know, that's in pretty good condition, and the highest you're going to get for it's $5. There must be a ton of them out there.
Yeah. So, rating.
Collection. And like I said, it's from a couple of aspects. It's just it's good blues music, and you know, I think because of the SNL, and you know, it's a good condition. I'd keep it into collection. Yeah.
And I'm kind of torn. Like I said, even though I had this one and I listened to it a lot, I'm torn between collection and crawl space.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, my suggestion to you would be, I don't know if we have other albums that have the, like, if you're looking for a blues standpoint, like a collection of some of those songs, I don't know if there's any other albums that cover that though.
That's true.
So if you're going to look at it from a standpoint of you just want to have that genre of music around, especially something you grew up with, then maybe keep it in that collection.
All right, collection for me.
Just because I don't know if there's anything else in that category.
Yeah, and you're more than likely right. Okay.
All right, Blues Brothers down.
That's it for episode 7. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Like, subscribe,
Comment. Hit that little bell.
all that happy stuff, and hopefully we'll have some out. There won't be a 2-week gap anymore between the. We'll try and pump these out because I just can't
life
remember.
has been a little bit busy lately.
It's hard to remember sometimes some of the, because when the music doesn't stand out very well to begin with, it kind of fades really quickly. So all right, thank you guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah.